Hey guys, so I just got back from the theater from seeing Grandma. I know a lot of people probably watching this are probably going, "What the fuck is Grandma?" Um, this is a movie that I did not know about until like a couple weeks ago. Regal just randomly got this movie, weirdly enough. Regal is very weird. My movie theater is so weird on like what movies it gets and what movies it doesn't get. Like it'll take forever for like something like Birdman to come out in the theaters, but we'll get like War Room and God's Not Dead and fucking shit like that. I don't understand it one fucking bit, but that's another discussion for another day. Um, this is something I never heard of. I was like, okay, this is really random. And I was looking it up, and it was getting good reviews, really good reviews, and it was starring Lily Tomlin. And I actually got around to watching a trailer, and the trailer looked pretty damn funny. Like for the trailer, it looked like it would be a pretty solid comedy. It was also being directed by the guy who made, or Paul Weitz, the guy who made American Pie. He also made Little Fockers, but to each his, I mean, not everybody's perfect. But he's made some pretty decent comedies. I like American Pie. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite comedies, like growing up. Uh, but yeah, I was kind of curious. It's like, okay, and also I'm starting to do what I did a couple of years ago, in that I'm trying to see every certified fresh film on Rotten Tomatoes. I did that like back in 2013, if you didn't know. And because of that, I saw a lot of movies I probably would never seen in my entire life, like Best Man Holiday, One Direction, This Is Us. I saw stuff like that. I saw a lot of movies that there's a lot of good and a lot of bad. A lot of movies that didn't deserve the fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and also a lot of movies that didn't deserve it. Um, yeah. So I was like, all right, let me check this movie Grandma and see what this movie's all about. And of course, I was the only person in the movie theater. And you know what? This is a hidden gem. I don't know where the fuck this thing came from. This movie is really funny. Holy cow! Like, I do not regret watching this. This was a really good movie. uh, this probably will get. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a couple Oscar nominations come Oscar time. I guarantee it's getting that good reviews. It should, especially from Lily Tomlin. Lily Tomlin is hysterical in this movie. Like, this is like one of those movies that you watch and you're like, why hasn't Lily Tomlin been in anything in like a long time? This is like her first big lead role in like years. That's really bizarre. And she's really funny in this. She's like, I swear, it's a movie that I can relate to because I have like a grandma just like her in almost a lot of ways, just as crazy, just as stubborn, and one of those grandmas that if you fuck with their grandkids, they're gonna kick your ass. She was awesome. It's like her witty dialogue, and one-liners, it's just fantastic. She has some of the. This movie had great dialogue too, a lot of great comedic lines all over the place. The movie was really funny, and most of them were delivered by Lily Tomlin, and she's amazing in this movie. You also have I'm gonna look. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get my phone here. I wanted to look this up. Who the main girl was? The main girl who plays her granddaughter. I've only seen her. I swear the only movie I've ever seen her in was The Last Exorcism Part 2, which, yeah, I saw that movie. That's the only thing I recognize her from. I swear I've seen her in other stuff. I might have seen her in other stuff, but I don't know. Julia Garner is her name. She has some pretty good chemistry with, who's it, Lily Tomlin in this movie. If you don't know the story is about Lily Tomlin is a lesbian, older lesbian woman who just broke up with her partner of 4 months, and her granddaughter comes to her house out of the blue asking for like $630 for so that she can get an abortion because she's like a teenager and pregnant and she doesn't want to be, pregnant, obviously, and so she wants to get an abortion. And so it's a whole movie where they go on like a little bit of a road trip trying to get the money, gather the money, because Lily Tomlin's character is pretty much flat out broke at this point. Don't have the money. Yeah, it's it's a really good movie. It's a pretty good story, and it handles a lot of tough topics like abortion, and handles it pretty damn well. Like I said, Lily Tomlin and the main girl in this movie are pretty funny together. Also, you got like Marcia Gay Harting, who I swear, this is no joke, I've always confused her and Lily Tomlin together. I always confused the Marcia Gay Harting for Lily Tomlin and Lily Tomlin for Marcia Gay Harting. I don't know if I'm the only one who has this problem. I probably am, but and it's not hard to believe that Marcia Gay Harting is Lily Tomlin's daughter. It's not a real big far-fetched thing to believe, because Marcia Gay Harting doesn't pop up until like the very end of this movie, and she's like very funny in the scenes that she's in. She's the overprotective mother of Sage, the main girl in this movie, and she has a bad relationship with Lily Tomlin, and they have a little bit of a rough relationship, and she's like I said, she's very, very funny in this movie. The scenes that she's in. Also, you got a really damn good performance from Sam Elliott. Pops up in this movie. Another guy, like, why the hell isn't he in many things anymore? And it's like, first off, he has one of the best voices in Hollywood. Still, I love fucking Sam Elliott. Like, I don't know where the hell he's been for all these years. He pops up in stuff every so often, but I haven't seen him in anything in a long time. And it was cool to see him in this, and he was really good in it. Like, he had some really good acting scenes in this movie. He showed off his acting chops in it. He plays an old, it's very weird. I don't want to try to get into spoilers, but you find out he was basically Lily Tomlin's ex-husband that she ended up having an abortion with. She ended up having a child with, but she ended up aborting it without him knowing, and he's still upset about that after all these years. And she goes to him asking for money, not knowing at first that she's asking for money for abortion. You also had Judy Greer playing Lily Tomlin's ex, which was weird because it was like, well, that's Judy Greer's half Lily Tomlin's age. How old is Lily Tomlin, by the way? I'm looking that up for a second here. 76. Holy shit. She is 76. But yeah, and the scenes between her and Lily Tomlin are pretty funny. You got a lot of people in this movie. John Cho pops up very briefly in the movie as who is it? It's a guy working at a cafe in a pretty memorable scene. I like the scene with Lily Tomlin in the cafe, and also the scene where she goes to visit the boyfriend of the guy that knocked up her granddaughter and beats the shit out of him. Ends up beating the shit out of him. One of the most memorable scenes. There's also a great scene outside the abortion clinic where there's pro-life protesters out there, just like a little girl and her mom out there saying, "Oh, don't murder your baby," and stuff like that. These babies have fingernails. It's a line from Juno, ain't it? God, that's sad. I remember. This is a better movie than Juno. Yeah. But yeah, it results in one of the best things that happen in the whole movie. I won't reveal it. It's pretty freaking funny. Like I said, this movie does handle the topic of abortion very well. I'm sure there'll be people that won't like this because it's kind of pro-abortion, but also deals with it in a respectful manner. It's, a very tough choice for anybody who has to do that shit. Also, this movie is really, really short. It is. I'm not making that up. When the credits started rolling, the movie was only like an hour and 15 minutes old. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, if that. Wow. I was like sitting here, wow. Because I remember, like, when I was looking this movie up, I looked at the running time and it said 78 minutes. I went, what? I was like, that's weird. I never hear of a movie being that short, and especially a comedy. And this movie was perfectly timed. It wasn't like, didn't feel like it should have gone on any longer. Although I would have loved to see more of Lily Tomlin's character, but I feel like if it would have gone any longer, it would just felt like it would have dragged on and on and on. Even some of my favorite comedies of all, or some of my favorite comedies, especially nowadays, are way, way, way too long. Trainwreck, good example. Love Judd Apatow. He's one of my favorite directors out there, comedic directors. But Jesus Christ, does he need an editor? And this is like one of those examples. This is a movie where he should watch and see that you can make a movie that's like less than an hour and a half and still be pretty damn funny, and tell the story you want to tell in that short amount of time. It's a really well done comedy. Like, and it doesn't feel too short. It passes by very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Like, next thing you know, the movie's over. I'm like, oh shit, oh, all right. Yeah, I recommend this movie. I don't know how long it'll be out. I think my theater is gonna be dumping it later this week. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, and that sucks because it is a really good movie that a lot of people should see. It barely broke. I don't even know. It might have broke the top 10 late a couple weeks ago when it got a wide release. I'm not sure, but I highly recommend it for people that are interested in seeing something. It's not a bad movie. Like I said, it's a short, sick. And, you're not gonna be in the theater for a long time. Okay, as far as previews, of course, I got nothing but indie movies, as I expected with this. And I'm sure pretty much half of these, or pretty much all of these, except maybe one or two, I'm not going to get at my theater at all. Labyrinth of Lies, this is definitely something I'm not going to get in my movie theater. It's a movie about a lawyer after World War II trying to convict all the SS officers that were responsible for the Holocaust and were working with the Nazis and stuff like that. And of course, it's in German in subtitles, so that means my theater, I guarantee, won't fucking get it. It looked really good though. It looked like a pretty solid thriller and pretty interesting film. I love history, so I mean that could be good. This movie I'm looking forward to. It's something I'm actually thinking that we'll get. Room. It's called Room. This is a movie. It's not a remake of The Room. First off, it isn't. Which, thank God. But it's a weird movie where this woman and her child get abducted by somebody and put in a shed for like years and years and years, and her and her son live in the shed for years. And I think from the trailers they get rescued and stuff like that. It looks really weird. Like, I've heard really good things about this movie, It's been a real strong word of mouth. It got released, I think, at like film festivals and stuff like that. And I guess it's based off a really good novel. So I'm gonna have to check this out especially if it comes to my theater. Definitely will. Brooklyn. It's Saoirse Ronan, the girl who made there was an Atonement, Lovely Bones, Hannah, the Host. She's basically this Irish girl who goes from Ireland to America and goes to live in Brooklyn and falls in love with this guy, and then something happens over in her home country and she has to go back to Ireland, and they're worrying about the long distance or whatever. It doesn't look like my cup of tea at all. It's supposedly getting good reviews and it looks really well done. I'm gonna give them that. Just I don't know, whatever. By the Sea. It's a movie starring Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt as a married couple that go down to this a lake house and they have marriage issues. That's all I could get from that trailer, and it's being directed by Angelina Jolie. Yay! I don't care. Next, Freeheld. That's a movie with Julianne Moore plays this detective at a police station who is diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and her, because usually, as she tells throughout the trailer, that when somebody dies on the police force, the wife gets their pension. Well, she's gay, and Ellen Page is her partner, and because of Ellen Page being her partner, she won't get any of the same pensions that wives do, and so she's fighting for her to get the pension before she dies. It looks pretty good. Apparently, it's not getting well received. It's a pretty timely topic, obviously. I might check that out if it comes to my theater again. Like I said, this one I'm looking forward to. Rock the Casbah. I got a trailer for this like a couple weeks ago. I got a new one today. It's Bill Murray, if you don't know, playing a record or music producer who takes his act Zoe Deschanel to Afghanistan to perform, and all these hijinks ensue. You got like Danny McBride, Bruce Willis. I forget who else is in this movie. It looks pretty funny. I love Bill Murray. I have all the time of day for Bill Murray. I will fucking see this. It looks pretty funny. It's being directed by Barry Levinson. And then I got a trailer for Miss You Already. It's from the director of Twilight 13 and The Nativity Story. Unfortunately, she's a pretty solid director, Catherine Hardwicke. She's a really good director, but just her claim to fame is always going to be that she directed the first Twilight. Unfortunately, this with Drew Barrymore and Toni Collette, who are best friends that throughout their lives, and Toni Collette gets diagnosed with cancer. Another trailer where somebody gets diagnosed with cancer, and Drew Barrymore is gonna have a baby. She finds out she's gonna have a baby about the same time, and yada yada yada. I don't care. Nothing that looks like something that would interest me at all. It's not my cup of tea again. Maybe it'll be good. It's got good actresses, so I mean, I love Toni Collette and Drew Barrymore, but that's as far as trailers. I'll be back Friday, Saturday with reviews for Sicario and The Martian, and until then, I will talk to you guys.